Well, hello. How are you? Hey, Sleepy Bee. How are you doing? Is it raining where you are, Sleepy Bee? Because it's raining here in San Jose. I just wanted to know if it's raining where you are. Hey, CN1, how are you? How are you? Okay, you're okay. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. It's rainy here. It has me sleepy and just a little sluggish. A little sluggish, a little tired. Okay, it's raining up there too. Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay then. Let me give it a couple minutes so people can come on in. Don't mind my ice maker doing what it does. Do not mind my ice maker over here making the ice. Okay. We all know why we're here. We all know why we're here. Let me go and give a shout out. Sleepy B, CN1. Journey with Korean. Hey, boo, how are you? Thank you so much, CN1. I'm glad that you're doing good. Yeah, today was the funeral. Again, I was not able to go. So I know the family is familying it up in South Carolina today. Um, and I'm going to check on my mom and the rest of them a little bit later. So, hey, we Aces Silhouette. She says, "Hey everyone, I missed yesterday because well, you should miss because of your birthday. I hope you had a really good birthday. I really do. And Sweet Aces Silhouette has been a member for 9 months. Thank you so much for being a member. And girl, I hope you had a good birthday. I really do. I really, really do. Journey with Corinne, she's off to the clouds, listening while she work. Okay, Empress Kia, hey boo. Where KK at? Where's KK at? Tell her internet auntie is asking about her. And I don't know why my voice is almost like my voice is going out, child. Yeah, gonna give Sweet Aces Silhouette some birthday love. Birthday love. Yes, I hope you had a wonderful, fantastic birthday. Okay. I really hope you did. Now, Mr. Hoodoo is outside sitting in the car talking to his brother. Okay. And I don't know when he's going to come in and barge in and make noise. Right. Because I saw him when he pulled up. So I tried to tell him that I was about to go live. But, he being a big brother to his younger brother out there on the phone. So. But when he does come in, I'm at to stop and give him a big kiss because he just getting home from work. Hey girl, how are you? Hey, old fudge. What's up? What's up? You waiting for Capricorn season? Okay. Well, Pisces season is in a little less than 3 months. So, y'all know I'm waiting for my birthday. My birthday is March 10th. Okay, my birthday is March 10th. And that was 2 days from, 2 days ago, right? 2 days ago was December 10th, and then in 3 months it's gonna be March. So yeah, I'm just waiting for my birthday. It's almost time. It is almost time. This is when I start counting down. Hey, Mystery. Dimples Wimples. Hey, boo. Okay, she's finishing up her homework. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. But listen, I ain't got a problem with no Capricorns. They not here for that BS, and they here to make that money. Okay, they need to, and they make sure that they are here to have everything that they need to survive. So I'm not mad at it. Okay, your mom is 11, January 2nd free. Okay, okay. Birthday before your brother's birthday. Yes, yes, yes. Your daughter is March 10th. Yes, Yes, Pisces out here getting the love. I know it's still Sagittarius season, but Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter rules both Sagittarius and Pisces. So we're just gonna come and pull this Pisces love in just a little bit. Just a little bit. Now let me go check the dip on the stove because I'm being, a good housewife. Mr. Hoodoo is just getting home from work. I'm heating up food a little bit. So let me go on and start this pot on the stove. I'm gonna be right back, y'all. It's gonna take me just 2 seconds. I'm gonna be right back because I'm being a good housewife. Like Isis said she was, okay? But we about to get into reviewing her interview last night, and we're gonna see if Spirit got something to say. Okay, I will be flipping these cards as we go through this, child. I'm gonna be flipping the cards as we go through this because I know Spirit and God is tired of her ass lying, okay? But we're gonna see what they got to say. So let me go be a good wife and stir the food on the stove. Okay, I'm gonna be right back, y'all. I'll be right back. Oh, the little spoon is getting messy. Okay, yeah, I had to go. Like I said, go stir up that food on the stove so my hubby can have something to eat when he come home. Okay, okay, yes. So, okay, you said Isis is cold tea. Her whining and her voice is cringy. Hey, Donna. Wait, is Mel? Did Mel slip in here? I didn't see Mel, but Donna is saying Mel. Did Mel slip in here? Okay, I don't see Mel, but I hope he's good. Okay, yeah. Listen. Isis is making sure she stay relevant, okay? Because she said she ain't going back to work. She said she gonna do her internet interviews at the cost of her children, baby. That's what she said she gonna do. She said she gonna do her internet interviews at the cost of her children. Okay, that's what she said she gonna do. If y'all were there for Girl La La Nyla's stream earlier, listen, we clocked, we clocked. We clocked old girl. We clocked her. So yeah, let me pull this up, honey, cause baby, I just I know Spirit tired of her lying. I just know Spirit is tired of her lying ass. Okay, let me go on and pull this up right here. And remember, we saw it last night when it was just getting started. Oh wait, is that she irks you? The whole vibe, yeah, because liars should irk people. Liars should irk people. So I'm sitting real comfortable. So let me. Yeah, I'm comfortable here at home, honey. I'm comfortable here at home. So yeah, I got my cards right here, baby. Let's get into this mess. Now, Bert, little sister, listen. I don't know who is going to be acting up tonight. It may be Donna. It might be Donna. It might be Dimples Wimples. We'll see if 504 gonna come in here. But just know the wall is ready for y'all. The wall is ready for y'all from whenever y'all, just start. Okay, talking about Bert, little sister. I mean, I did call her Big Bird earlier. I did. Um, but y'all know I was just on foolishness. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. Um, hold on one second. Here come babe. Hold on, hold on, hold on. All right. I am so sorry. Like I said, my darling is home. Now, okay, let's get into this. Let's get into this. Okay. You said, nah, you ain't going today. Nyla Miss Spears clocking at tea. Dimples Wimples is ready to twerk my way to the tarot wall. um, you say all of us might as well make our space at the wall. Okay. I don't know if she's slow. I don't think she's slow. Okay. So let's get into this. Let's get into this. Let me go ahead and press play.
These and my favorite thing is when we run into people that's wearing them and rocking them
Okay, I don't want to hear about y'all
religiously. I just love.
Okay.
I knew that
but prior to that, there's a whole story we don't know. So if you can take us back to growing up, right? Growing up at home, what did your home look like in your early childhood growing up?
Due to the dynamics of surrounding my birth, which I already talked about, I grew up with a single mom, and my mom did everything possible to provide for me and my little sister. And I think the hard part about being a single mom is that when you're trying to do everything, sometimes it's hard to show up for your children. And I know my mom has always done the best she could, and she's always given us a good life, and she's always protected me. She's always protected me. And I couldn't really ask for more. But I knew that when I had a family, or when I wanted to have a family, that I wanted to be able to be there for my children, whether that looked like working from home or being married. I always wanted to be able to be there for my children just so that I knew that they were safe. Because when I was a child, because my mom was working,
Okay, Spirit said no. Spirit said do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Baby, Spirit don't believe you. You need more people. Spirit ain't going. Spirit is not going. This fool in reverse, baby. Spirit ain't going. Spirit is not going, people. Okay, you ain't finna twirl around. Listen, Spirit in my tarot deck, they not going. They are not going. Okay, Spirit said, do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Okay, that's number one. So that's right off the rip. Let's keep on going bit by bit.
Take your time.
It left the door open. A neighbor's wife was supposed to be watching me after school, and her husband was taking advantage. And I was only 8 years old at this time.
Wow.
And I didn't tell my mother for a while because it was just confusing, and I was scared, and I thought I would get in trouble. Oh my goodness.
Take your time.
So just to summarize that, I want to make sure I understand. You had was it a single family home growing up? Your
Yes.
mom, she was a obviously hardworking woman that had to
Yes,
provide for the
very
family
much so.
all by
And in
herself.
school, always like has a PhD, all the above. All the above. My mom has really like strived. Every woman in my family, even my grandmother, it started with her. I mean, she owns a business, a very successful woman. There's multiple entrepreneurs in my family. So we've always just been, just go get it, make it happen. And I've always been that way. Before meeting my husband, I always worked, provided for my children. I never got child support for my 2 boys. I took care of them. I luckily was able to secure a job with a family business, so I was able to work from home.
She is
But it's
not
what I had
reminiscent.
prayed for when I was with my pregnant with my
correct.
second son, because his father got incarcerated when I was 6 months pregnant. And I didn't know what I was going to do because it was just going to be me.
But wait. Spirit is just like, ain't no emotion in this at all. There is no emotion in this at all. Child, she trying to talk. I'm behave. I'm just gonna go. I just gotta go with what the cards say. Hey, I don't think that was an accurate recounting of his childhood. I'm not saying that things may or may not have happened to her, but who gonna clock her childhood? Is her mother here to back up her story? Right now, we don't know what is the truth and what isn't. I don't think that yeah. I don't think that's I don't think that's it. I don't think that's it. I don't. I don't. Yeah, I don't think that's it. I don't think that's it. So JMM55 says, then how were you homeless with all that family shackling? This is what I'm saying. I don't think this is a true accounting of the past. I don't think this is a true accounting of the past. Yeah, I don't me thinks that there are some, let's see. Yeah. Now either y'all have money or y'all didn't have money. Which one is it? I think there was money there, and I don't think the money was being used properly. You're supposed to use this money to prop your family up. I don't think the money was used properly. I don't think this money was used properly. I don't think so. So, if you out here making your money and listen, we got some misappropriation of funds right here, honey. Misappropriation of funds, and then we got, girl, what was you doing? What were you doing with this money? What were you doing with all of this? What was you doing, girl? Dimples Wimple said she acts like Tina Marie out on the limb. Let's get into it.
And he didn't get out until my son was about 9 months old. But I had to figure it out. And, thank you to my aunt and uncle for giving me that opportunity to be able to be home with my children and provide for them. And we had a nice apartment and, we had all the good things. I had my own car. I had all my own stuff. But I remember it was one Christmas when it was just us. And I said, you know what? I would like to be married. And I had never said that before. I never wanted to be married just because, I haven't really seen a lot of successful marriages in my life. So when, I'm sorry, I'm talking too far away. But
Hey, girl.
when I had that Christmas, it dawned on me that, maybe I should really put myself out there and try to find a good man for these kids. And, I had 2 boys and I feel like they needed a good fatherly example because they didn't have it.
Now, we definitely want to dig into that as well. And I want to go back, because I don't want to just breeze past this incident that happened at 8 years old.
Yeah.
Now, you get assaulted by a neighbor.
So, okay, so let's talk about it. She said, she want to get married. Okay, baby. She was looking for some coins. She was looking for some coins. Okay. She was looking for some coins. She was looking for some coins. Toss a coin to your witcher, oh valley of plenty. She out here looking for these coins. That's what it is. She out here looking for these coins, but I don't think she looked in the correct place. She's out here looking for these coins. Them folks said another creator had me hollering, talking about she had one Christmas and then had to run and get married. One Christmas, right. She won. Listen, no one told her to do that. No one told her to do that. No one was celebrating her, talking about she finna go out here and look for a man. Because that's all it was. No one was celebrating her, talking about, yeah, girl. Okay, just leave here. Where you're relying on all these other people. Notice how she said she had everything on her own, but she relying on these other people. Girl, no one believes you. No one was celebrating you leaving because it wasn't time for you to leave yet. Okay, it wasn't time for you to leave yet. Okay. It wasn't time for you to leave yet. It wasn't time for you to leave yet.
A neighbor's
Yes.
And where's your father at this point? He's just...
My biological father is much older than my mother. He took advantage of her when she was a young girl in high school. I think I remember my mom saying she was in labor trying to take her SATs.
Wow.
And she was the pregnant girl in high school. And, it's unfortunate that he preyed on her like that. But there's so many men like this out there and people just don't talk about it.
And so the situation is your mother coming from an abusive relationship. Now she has you, you're 8 years old. You go through this traumatic experience with the spouse of a neighbor.
Yeah.
And let's fast forward a bit, because if I'm not mistaken, you had your first child at 17.
Yes.
So before having this child, what did sex look like to you at this point? Like when was your first sexual experience and kind of getting active?
Probably when I was about 13. I lost my virginity to a 17-year-old boy in high school. And I was always told just don't have sex growing up. I don't know if that's what a lot of people in our community say.
They hear that a lot.
Just don't do it. It's not really.
Okay, so I'm not gonna say she lying. But baby, I really feel like, and I say this with all respect, with all the respect that I can muster, I kind of feel like I kind of feel like she lied about her age. I kind of feel like she lied about her age. Um I kind of feel like she lied about her age. I mean, yeah, kids do things, teenagers or whatever, but you're just entering your teenage years. And, that boy had a couple more years before he was out. I feel like there's some manipulation there. I feel like there's some manipulation there. I kind of feel like she didn't represent herself correctly to this boy. I really feel like that. And like I said, I say that with all due respect. There's some hidden energy there. I feel like she had a firm grasp of I feel like she had a firm enough grasp of things. Okay. I really feel like because she didn't say that this boy R worded her. She said lost her virginity. So this was consensual. Hmm. And I really feel like she did some things in the dark. She did some things in the dark. I think this was the beginning of her manipulation, the way that she manipulates people. I think this was the beginning. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But again, I feel like, see, what people don't like to say is that children learn things early on. I feel like this was the beginning. I truly feel like this was the beginning of her learning how she can do things. I'm not saying she was R worded. She did not say she was R worded. So if she says she was not R worded by this boy who is 17 and she's 13, I mean, were y'all like in the same middle school, high school area? Like, how were y'all around each other? Like, if that makes sense, like how was that? How was that? Because um yeah, I really feel like this is there was something going on. I mean, it's definitely possible. Now he's a special ed. He's slow. Don't do that. Don't do that, Follow. But yeah, I feel like there's something going on. There's something more going on, and I don't think we got all the backstory from that either. I think that's as much as she wants to tell.
Openly discussed about why and what can happen, and even personal experiences that may sway a young girl away from making certain decisions. But I have learned, and I really wanted to be able to speak to young moms when I created my platform. Because if I would have done it over again, granted, I love my children, but if I can speak to a young woman and say, like, don't have kids before marriage if you can help it, it's going to be a little bit easier. Just trying to be real and open and honest. I was a single mom and this is what happened. And I found what I thought was a good husband, seemed like a good husband, but turned out to be just a monster.
I want to ask this because do you feel like that experience that happened at 8, obviously you had your first sexual experience at 13, intentionally,
Yeah.
It sounds like, did that experience at 8 years old, do you feel like that influenced that experience at 13? Did it hypersexualize you in a way?
I'm sure it's all connected. Because I believe that women who are basically taught from a young age that their value is in what's between their legs start to internalize that. Okay. And it's unfortunate.
And I could imagine a ton of confusion going on at that time. at that time, and now you're 17 and you involved with a young man. And if I'm not mistaken, you stated this before that you intentionally had a
Okay, so we have this Three of Wands here and this Seven of Cups in reverse. And baby, listen, actions that were taken, there were actions that were taken that had the energetics about them letting you know that you probably shouldn't be doing this. If you do this, you might get caught up. Okay. The thing about it was when it came to things that she was doing, unfortunately, she thought these were good decisions. And that's really sad. She thought these were the right things to do. But here's the thing. She went ahead and she did these things, even though there was the mark of maybe you shouldn't do this. So this tells me that she does not have the ability to make decisions, to make good decisions. She does not have the ability to make good decisions. Absolutely. That too. That too. And 504 goes to the wall. Definitely melodramatic. I fully agree. I fully agree. I fully agree. But yeah, there were some things there. Listen, when you get to this point, the idea has formed, you have thought about things, and then you go ahead and you take action. She took action, but baby, the warning signs were there. But she decided to go, and she can't make good decisions. She can't make good decisions. Now, I don't know if that's because, the whole nature versus nurture conversation. Are children a product of their environment, or are they, the result of the personalities from their parents or whatnot? But either way it goes, she cannot make good decisions. Hey, it's one cat. She can't make good decisions. She can't make good decisions. And it's sad.
had a child.
Yeah.
So when you say at 17, you intentionally decided to, move forward with bearing a child, what exactly does that mean?
Okay, so here we are. Didn't I just say it? They just said that she said, at 17, she made the decision to intentionally move forward with a child. She did not have to move forward with a child. Okay. Abortion is a thing. And I know a lot of people don't like to talk about it, but there are some people that can be single parents and they have all of the resources and community backing behind them where they can fully raise a child and the child does not want or need for anything. And then there are those who may not have the community and the resources behind them, and then they become a single mother or a single parent that is struggling, right? She did not have to have a child. I just told y'all she could not make good decisions. Now, I'm not saying, that people should use abortion as birth control or whatever, but um she made a decision. And once you make a decision, you have to live with the outcomes of that decision. Okay? You have to live with the outcome of that decision. Hey, sexy RN girl. She didn't have to listen. All I can say is, and all I can say is a woman for the most part, that there are things out there that can help you prevent pregnancy. Birth control does exist. And listen, Q was, Q had a boyfriend when Q was a senior in high school. Okay, Q did adult things when Q had a boyfriend. I was a senior, he was a senior in high school. Q had a boyfriend, and Q did them things. Q was also on birth control. Okay. Q was not young and unmarried and pregnant and single mother. Okay. Q was not. Q was not. You can literally pick one. Um, and Q was 18 in 2001. So, we've moved forward from there. And, I said it before in my other reading, I truly feel as if, she has children and right now she's using these children. Uh-uh. Yes, my mother thought I was a goody two shoes. But like I said, I say that to say this is not um 1991 where the teen pregnancy rate is high, 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 high. Q made sure that Q was not pregnant doing what Q was doing. Okay. I was not pregnant until 20 something years later. Okay. I just told y'all she makes bad decisions. She makes bad decisions. Yeah, absolutely. But I said that in my reading before that she has children, she is using those children. If she could be without the children, she would, but she's using these children. She's using these children.
And what was your
We as a
mindset?
couple, we kind of had this whirlwind romance. I actually met him here in Atlanta. So, well, I'm sorry, on a train coming from Alexandria to Atlanta. And
Girl, you decided this was somebody you met on Amtrak? She because that's the only train that's coming from Virginia to Atlanta. You you decided this with somebody from Amtrak? Baby, I'm sorry. With somebody on imagine you are hatching this plan on Amtrak. Why are you hatching the plan on Amtrak? Who told y'all to do this? I've never been on Amtrak. I don't know what Amtrak is like. But on Amtrak, child, this is terrible. This is terrible. On Amtrak, honey. Okay, so Donna, here in the United States, Amtrak is passenger trains that, you can take the train across the country. So, like instead of like buses that will take you across the country, we have Amtrak. So that's the transportation, the train transportation where you can go from city to city, state to state. So, but it's called Amtrak. So for some people, they want to do the whole scenic route thing, so they'll ride the train, or maybe they can't afford a plane ticket or whatnot, but they do so they'll ride Amtrak. So she was on this passenger train. So what a plane does, a plane flies from state to state, city to city. Amtrak does city to city, state to state here in the United States. So she's on Amtrak. Um, riding. Yeah, no, Amtrak is a private company that's not owned by the government. Amtrak is a private company. So yeah, she definitely likes to live in the Lululand. Baby, baby, this was not a good plan. Her having this child, this was not a good plan, and unfortunately, it did not bring her money. It didn't really bring her the money that she wanted. Okay, this is not a well thought out plan. This is not a well thought out plan. Empress says, I think she likes to live in delusion. What the delusion for her fades. She doesn't know how to cope with her reality. Yeah, I think so too. 5 of Pole, go to the wall. Yeah. So y'all 17 and y'all done hashed this up on the train. Okay.
Everything clicked, and he said, "Will you give me a son?" And I said yes.
Wow.
And I was pregnant almost immediately. I love my son.
How long did you did you guys have a relationship at that point?
Oh my gosh, it was probably like a few weeks. It wasn't long. It wasn't long at all. And I still consider him a friend to this day. Like,
Wow.
he's still a good friend.
And how old was he?
He was a few years older than me.
Gotcha.
Okay, so you and your non-provider are on Amtrak riding from Virginia to Atlanta, and y'all just been together a few weeks, and he said, have a baby by me and be a dollarnaire. And you said yes. Child, this was not a good idea. This was not a good idea. This is not. See. This was not a good idea. You doing all this with this? Okay. Them folks said, you know what? She has our support because she's that one cousin that always needs help. So the elders try and set her up to help fix her poor decision making, and it never works. We all have that one. Yeah, them folks says right, and she didn't think that him asking that was weird. But cut to almost a decade later, and she gets into the exact same situation with this current husband. Like what part of this was okay. I told y'all she makes bad decisions. She makes bad decisions. Let's go.
Okay. And that was your first child.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And just to confirm, before you met your now husband, how many children did you have?
2.
Okay. So when did you have your second child?
I had my second child with someone I knew from high school. I had known him. He went to a different high school from me, but I forget how we met. I think at the library we met. And my mom liked him. He was nice. And I actually ended up moving back home after things didn't work out with my oldest son's father. And I actually saw him when we were working somewhere together. I had gotten a new job and he happened to be working there too. And it was just like, oh my gosh, hey, and, we started a relationship and my son came about and yeah.
So at this point, you, I'm assuming 1920, you got 2 children. And from my understanding, your sister now,
I would say, no, I was like 21 when I got pregnant, or around the time.
Gotcha.
I remember when I turned 21, I think I was pregnant. I couldn't even drink on my 21st birthday. So I was pregnant with my second son.
And what is your mother at this point communicating to you about men?
My mother has always told me that you need to be very careful about men in general. And I don't want to paint every man in a bad light, but there can be a predatory side that.
So I just want to know, where's the predatory side when you and Dusty number 1 were on Amtrak and you said yes to not only open yourself to this dude, you open up your sacred portal to this dude, like y'all had a conversation. You said yes to this one, and then you met the other one at the place where y'all worked at or library. You can't remember, so I don't know either. And now okay, so and then your mom is telling you that men are predatory. Okay. Okay. Yeah, she working hard to defend this. She's working hard to defend this, but the logic is gone, baby. The logic is gone. The logic is gone. Empress says the questions that they're asking her are important. I think they're going to make an example out of her in future podcast episodes. We will have to see that. We will definitely have to. And I'm not trying to, hang around their channel or be in the know, but I don't think she understands. Like, I know she says that she's out here working for a bag, but girl, number one, they are using you. She thinks there's equal usage here. They are using you. Okay. Because she could easily go on a woman's podcast or a woman's channel and explain her story, especially because the women are going to be more sympathetic. But the logic ain't logicking. The logic is not logicking at all. Yeah. She doesn't, she does not make good decisions. She hasn't been making good decisions for a long time. Okay. She really hasn't been making decisions. She has not been making decisions for a long time. She has piss poor decision making. Hey, 8. The fact that you said yes, that you're gonna have a baby with somebody and you 17, with some Dusty and y'all on Amtrak, girl, that therapist for sure clocked her ass.
Some men do not control and do not want to control, and that's the dangerous part.
And where was your father at this point in time in your life?
Nowhere around. I mean, he, I believe, threatened my mother that if she tried to even get child support from her, that he would end her and her family members.
Wow.
So he was nowhere.
Okay, so you now at the point, you got two young boys, and are you at this point, after your second pregnancy, are you considering dating? Are you?
Listen, I'm not gonna say that her mother was lying. I don't know. But if this man out here talking about he gonna unalive you for child support, and you ain't called the police, you ain't called the police. You ain't called this police. Yeah, her doing this interview is not a good situation. It's just not. It's just not. Yeah, this is. Yeah, I think that she thinks that she's in control, but this isn't gonna go, and it was actually this way. This isn't gonna go the way that she thinks that it will. This is not gonna go the way that she thinks that this will. Again, like I said, she thinks she's in control, but baby, this is not gonna move forward the way that she thinks. And I'm not saying that I want to see her crash and burn. I don't, because she has children to take care of. But this is not gonna end well. This is not gonna end well. Okay, Mystery 333 is just like, does she really have a therapist? Well, let's see what they talking about. Oh, and these cars ain't child, they tied her ass too. I don't know if she has a therapist. Yeah, I don't know if there's a therapist, or she's either thinking about it, or is she thinking about, I kind of feel like there is some, I don't want to say chemicals in the mix. There may be some chemicals or some type of self-soothing going on here. But once again, she does not make good decisions. She does not make good decisions. So I don't see therapy here, but this right here, this temperance, this mixing, this potions, this I'm not saying that she's on, I'm not saying that she's on stuff. I'm not saying she's self-medicated, but I think that she thinks that she's okay enough to go without the treatment that she needs. I don't think there's a therapist. I don't think there's a therapist. I don't. Yeah. Yeah, if she had a therapist, I really think her therapist would be like, girl, stay your ass offline. And like if she had a license, like she was a licensed cosmetologist, all she really could, and I mean, I'm not a licensed cosmetologist. I know Nyla was. So I don't know what it would take for her to, reinstate that license if it's expired to get her credentials back in legal order for her to be a practicing cosmetologist. Like if she really needed money, like my dad, when my dad was alive, he always kept his CDL for truck driving, right? So if anything happened, the truck drivers, they always got work. I mean, my father had a regular a regular position. He worked in City Hall in Chicago. He had a regular position, but he always kept his CDL just in case if things got weird. And my father was a mechanic. So not only was he a mechanic, he had a CDL as well. My dad had skills. He could make money if, the regular day job didn't work out, right? So yeah. There's some unbalanced chemicals. She's loopy for sure. Yeah, she does not act like I don't think there's a therapist either. You think she's gonna crash out? I hope not. 504 says she a lightologist. 504 go to the wall. I don't know. I don't know. Yes, working is not a bad thing. Yeah. If you have children, listen, I don't have children. But when you have children, you really need to be out here, taking care of these children. But the fact that she doesn't want to work, that's real interesting.
Having conversations, kind of what direction you want to take your life. What's happened?
After things didn't work out with my second son's father, and it was that Christmas that I told you where I was like, I really need to create a family for my children. Gotcha. And, just do things the right way. And I knew I wanted more children. I love my babies. I think I'll have another one in 10 years, maybe. But right now, that's just not on my mind at all. I have 5 beautiful babies, and I'm so grateful for each and every one of them, and they're my reason and my purpose. But I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought.
No, you fine. I just wanted to get an idea of what kind of inspired you to get back into the dating market, which it sounds like you wanting to start a family.
It was that.
Start fresh.
It was that. Just wanting to find a good man that I could respect because of the type of women that were in my family, very high achievers and just really a lot. Everyone.
Girl, not high achievers. Baby, this ain't nothing but manipulation. Okay, this one right here, I don't trust this one. This is nothing but manipulation. Nothing but manipulation. But you know what? She's the siren that has failed. She's the siren that has failed. But this is nothing but manipulation. Nothing but manipulation. So, it's actually quite sad because with her, the way that she goes about things, she could really build an empire, but she chooses not to. But this is nobody but manipulation. Yeah, absolutely. Everybody a high achiever but her. Okay. No, I don't think that she likes those children. I said it before, but yeah. I don't think she is willing to put herself in these uncompromising situations, in these situations that are not situations that she knows she should not be in, but she's willing to do that. She's willing to do that. She is willing to bring herself to be in these compromising situations for something that she hopes will pan out. This is not good. Bad decision making. Yeah. So now she wants a family.
Has been a very high achiever, that I had a certain expectation of what a husband should look like. And also, finding certain content. I don't know if I should even talk about any of that.
Well, I think you should, because all of that influences how you think and how you particularly how you go about dating.
Okay.
And, right now it is still very much so a gender war. Both men and women are confused about how to date and how to make decisions.
Yeah.
And I think everything and anything that influenced you at that time is important to share.
Well, I had shared this before that I stumbled across a very important content creator that I think everyone knows as.
Notice how she called her important. She called SheraSeven important. She called her an important content creator. Call her important. She didn't call her deceptive. She didn't call her influential. She called SheraSeven important. So I just want everyone to make sure that they got that. An important content creator. So this goes to show she still thinks highly of Shera. She still thinks highly of Shera. She really does. The high priestess. She still thinks highly of Shera. She does. She called Shera important. And this interview was live last night. She called Shera important. So she still views Shera as she wants to get to them Shera levels. She wants to get to them Shera levels. So, and we know Shera is high priestess. Shera calls herself a witch. Shera works her spells, her magic, or whatever. But she just calls SheraSeven important. And here we go. Confirmation. The high priestess. So, I think that's spot on. So as we review this, we're catching her real thoughts and feelings about certain things. She called SheraSeven important. She called her important. So, let's continue.
Hypergamous queen, her videos are shared, sprinkle videos everywhere.
I just learned about the sprinkle. I didn't know about it.
So a lot of people are new to this, but I was true to it because I was following before there was 100,000 subscribers, like me and my sisters, and
that's SheraSeven.
SheraSeven, yeah.
I've recently checked out her page, thousands and thousands of views, and she's been doing it for a very long time.
For sure.
Yes. So I was telling every woman that I met in person, like, there's a content creator that makes really good content just about, really, it seemed like how women could take their power back is how.
All right. Yeah. She don't hate Shera. She just said Shera was important. She does not hate Shera. You're not hating somebody that you told your aunties, your mama, your sisters, and everybody. You told all these women to go follow Shera. See, she thought she could overtake Shera. She thought she could become Shera. Baby, she was watching Shera and she was trying to get herself a bag. Okay, she don't hate Shera at all. She don't hate Shera. Right. Shera lets people know this is about getting the bag. But don't be stupid. Okay. I would really like to find out this girl's birthday and where she was born at, because baby, I'm sure her chart is real interesting. No, I fully agree here. But no, she don't hate Shera.
How it felt. That's how it felt at the time.
Yeah. So that when you went from a place of not wanting marriage at all.
Mm-hmm.
And then you started to want marriage. Was she a part of the reason?
I believe that, you know what? Probably. And I hate to say that, but probably it just seemed more secure for a family. It just seemed right. It just seemed more stable, like we would be on a solid foundation. And I prayed to God about it because, you can subscribe to certain things that people talk about, but you don't have to subscribe to everything
right.
that they talk about. And I've always had a relationship with God, and Jesus is the one true Lord. And I prayed about it and asked God to send me the right man. It wasn't just about what he had. It was never about what he had. Because if it was about that, I had a lot of other options with more. And it was really about how he treated me.
Girl, she out here trying to create this beef. She trying to create this beef with Shera so that she can be the one getting the attention. She out here trying to create this beef. Listen, Shera don't beef. Shera does not beef with people. Shera barely acknowledges people. Okay, if anything, Shera is just like, thank you for the views and the clicks and the likes. See, Isis thought that she was gonna be this, that she was gonna be the sole center of attention. Once again, she does not make good decisions. I don't know. She doesn't make good decisions. She does not make a decision. Every time we see one of these swords, representative of the mental sphere, it's just not working out for her. Isis does not make good decisions. She does not make good decisions. Baby, she thought there was gonna be a fight. It ain't gonna be no fight. I really think she wanted to create beef with Shera to try and boost herself some more, but Shera doesn't beef. Shera does not beef. Shera doesn't beef. Not what I'm saying is giving single black female vibe. Right. She acting like she ain't no spirit. Right. She's a liar. Mm-hmm. A liar. I think she is. I think she is. Because baby, you are not over here talking about you Christian, but you following Shera. Shera has been a Shera star goddess and saying what she's been doing for a long time. A long time. Yeah, absolutely. But just wait, her manifestation work and all like that stuff is coming. She is definitely. But she's talking about God this, God that, God this, God that. Girl, you were not bringing God into none of that stuff when you were trying to get women, selling these women these classes, talking about you were not centering God in any of this when you were selling them classes and saying being a trophy wife. Okay. Not how you can make God the center of your life and then God will fulfill. You weren't doing see what I'm saying? She being fake. Look what just popped up. Look at what just popped up, y'all. She out here fake AF. She out here being fake. She is out here being fake. Y'all see this devil right here? She being fake. This child out here fake. But baby, we can see right through it. And it's real sad what she's doing. She is more of the quote unquote evil spirit than Shera is. I know one thing. Shera does not. Please. But y'all see Spirit and clocked her. Y'all see this lovely Debiel card here. This the Debiel. Since she want to be on the quote unquote Christian Red Pill podcast, baby, Spirit said you the devil. You're a demon. You're an evil, unclean spirit. Okay. Somebody get some sage and some holy water, throw on her ass. Cause you out here just lying. Just lying. Just lying. Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. So let's continue because, like I said, we already know that she out here lying because Shera ain't never been Christian or Shera ain't never been any of that. So don't come up here talking about God is my refuge and all like that. And you knew a long time ago.
My children, because he seemed to love my boys And he said, oh, those are my boys. You remind me of my mom. She was a single mom with 2 boys. And I would just love to help you and be there for you and be the man you guys need. Oh my God.
So you know what? I want to, before we actually get deep into, this situation that took place with your husband, I think it's important to, talk about the impact. I'm actually happy you shared that because, we had that we had a debate just the other night where that was a part of the conversation because who you watch and learn from, that's discipleship. That's mentorship.
Oh my goodness.
That's who you are, in submission to.
Yes.
Under their leadership.
That's so true.
The thing about it is now when you're discipling under somebody to make the most important decision in your life, this is how I choose my partner. That's the biggest decision we make. They have a lot of influence on our future and the future of our children. What do you think was the biggest takeaway from that content creator in particular that impacted you? What was the biggest takeaway, or what empowered you from her in particular that made you feel that safety and security? Like, what was it, a particular lesson or principle that was given to you?
I think that a lot of times, like I stated before, that women are taught that their value is in what's between their legs. And she was the first person that said that it was true. And you don't have to give it away to just anybody. A man should be worth your time. He should be, taking you out. He should be investing in you. He should be making your life easier.
Shera does not tell you to sleep with people. Girl, why are you lying? Girl, Shera don't say sleep with people. She does not say that. So I just shuffled these cards. Do we see the devil here again? I just shuffled these. Here we have the devil again. So once again, Spirit is showing y'all that she is full of crap. Dr. Spirit see y'all. Nyla done clocked you. I done clocked you. God and Spirit in these tarot cards done clocked your ass. You are a damn liar and you are trying to manipulate. Okay? And trying to scapegoat. Right here. And notice that this devil right here has old girl, this is a whole marionette show. This is a marionette show. Baby, no one believes you. You're a liar. You're a liar. Clocking your ass.
Cares about you. And that's what I took away from it.
I think that makes sense.
I want to ask you this because, right now, hindsight, with where you are today, do you feel like that was the healthiest content to digest, or do you have any regrets in really watching that content to help guide your decision making?
So funny thing about me is I don't have regrets. I believe that God is working in perfect order, in perfect timing, and there's nothing that happens that he has not approved or seen. And unfortunately, our family, not just our family, but our family in public have, especially my daughters, have had to be sacrificial lambs in the result of what has happened. And yeah.
So now let's talk to me about meeting your husband now, because I can imagine after you watch this content, it's probably preparing you for the suitors that come into your life, how to vet them, how to manage them. Was he one of the early suitors?
Yes.
Was he the first one, or were there a few guys before him?
He was one of the first few, and he pursued me heavily, which I liked. I think that women like a man that pursues and says that, I want you. And
you initially met him online?
Yes, online. I'm sorry. We met online. I don't want to throw the website out there, but people have been.
Shera said, don't date online. She said, go out in the real world and find someone. She said, go out. Shera said to go out in the real world and find someone. Shera said to get off them dating apps. Shera said, go look good and go to the rich side of town and do your shopping and do your freestyling. Take yourself to lunch. That's what Shera said, get off them dating apps. So you hardhead. Not sexy RN laughing. Seeing one, no regrets either equals I don't make bad decisions. Right. She does not talk about this man like he is a monster. She does not. She does not. Listen, the person that essayed me when I was a kid, I was inventing curse words to call him. He was a bastard. He was a dusty. He was a degenerate. He deserved to be roadkill on the side of the road. Wouldn't piss on fire to put him out. You are not talking about someone who harmed you in a good light. You just are not. You just are not. You're not doing it. You're not doing it. You wish the person that harmed you could be drawn and quartered and tarred and feathered. Like you are not, you just are not. I don't know anyone who is cap. This is cap. This is bullshit. This is cap and bullshit. Like for real. Like, right. And you definitely not giving someone else so you can be permanently attached to this person as the parent for the rest of your life. Girl, bye. You ain't doing that. You're not doing that. It's not to me either. It's not to me either.
Watching, then they know. I don't want to make the website a bad place. That's not what it's about. But we did meet online. Yes,
I get it. And you meet online. You set up a date.
Yeah.
Okay. And first date goes well.
The first date went amazing. He felt like my husband.
What about the?
Can we just stop? Can we just stop? He felt like my husband. Girl, what do a husband feel like? You don't know what a husband feel like because you ain't never had one before. You are not telling me that this man felt like a husband. Like, I don't care what you say. You got to be lying or something because I don't believe it. Like, ma'am. Girl, she saw that man. She talking about he felt like my husband. Girl, you was plotting on that. He felt like my husband. Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Girl. This is not she don't make no good decisions, but baby, she was plotting on that. She was plotting on that to be a relationship. She was plotting on that to be a relationship. Not a relationship out of love. Not a love relationship, not a true connection. But baby, she was plotting on this. This is the only time she put her damn thinking cap on. He bought her a nice dinner, and which is a better upgrade than the Amtrak. Okay, the nice dinner was better than the ride on the Amtrak. Okay, the nice dinner was better than the ride on the Amtrak. This is the only time she plotted and thought about some, baby. She said, I'm gonna make a partnership out of this. Yep, she sure is. Yep. This is the only time that she plotted and planned, and she was like, watch, I'm gonna make something out of this. It ain't gonna be based off love. Because this was not a love marriage. Okay. My husband and I, when we married, because we actually, are in love with each other, love each other. This was baby, I'm about to get this right here. That's exactly what that was. 504 said he felt that cat. Probably. But yeah, con artist. Someone she could scam. Empress says she lives in Delulu Plaza. She's definitely a permanent resident. Yes. She lives at Delulu Plaza of the Americas. Okay. She lives at 350 West Delulu Avenue. Okay. She lives on Delulu Street in the city of Delulu in the state of Delulu-vania. Okay. Delulu. Straight Delulu.
The experience with him made you feel so comfortable?
I don't know. I don't know what it was. I just felt safe. I felt like he was my husband. I can't describe it. And he, even on our first date, he said,
"Girl, you felt safe because you was not on Amtrak. You felt safe because you weren't on Amtrak."
"So what do you think about if we got married in 2 months?" And I said, "I don't know, maybe." And he spit out his water because he started choking like he couldn't believe I said, "Oh, maybe."
Wow.
But it felt so natural and so right. Yeah.
How old were you at this time, by the way?
I was 23 or 24 or something like that.
And what was his age?
45, 43, 45, something like that.
So he's around 20 or so years older.
Yes, he's 20 years older.
Now, being a young woman at that time, 23, did you have any?
Child. Now he was the only man dumb enough to give her money. Yeah, she definitely worked that one. She definitely worked that one. She worked that one with that man. She found an ass that she thought she could ride. I told y'all this was the only time that she really thought through what it was that she was doing, and this was the one who gave her the most, and that's what she went with. That's what she went with. Yeah, she lived 350 West Delulu Ave, apartment 6H in Deluluville, Delulu-vania. That's where she lives. She lives in the land of Delulu. Yeah. CN1 says, how does she romanticize this dude after saying all those accusations? Delulu, I would have permanent girl. Listen, this is a mess. This is a mess.
Reservations about his age, or was that a concern at all, or was that just a typical right?
Yeah. Okay, so I didn't get introduced to dating older men until I've started watching SheraSeven. She just basically said, I mean, they got
money.
Yeah, exactly. They can be a better man to you. They can provide for you in the way that you would like, and your kids, and so I was like, okay. And it was a bit odd at first because I didn't initially jump right into online dating. I just, men would try to talk to me at the grocery store and normal.
Shera said, get off of the dating apps. Shera says it. Get off of the dating apps. You were not listening closely. Okay. You may have been listening. I don't know if your thinking cap was on or not. Shera says, get off of the dating apps. Don't go through dating apps. So you already failed. You can't listen. You don't follow instructions.
I just wouldn't even pay attention to older men. But I just started to be a little bit more approachable, I guess, to men of an older age. And I ended up meeting the first older man that I dated. And it was a little bit odd at first because I just wasn't used to dating an older man. But because he treated me well, it became easy.
So the first bozo that you interacted with, the first bozo, this is what you go for. Okay, girl. The first bozo. This is what you Girl. There was a little bit of you took this as cause for celebration. He gave you just a little bit. He gave you just a little bit. He gave you just a little bit. Just a little bit of he emptied his pockets just a little bit. And now you ready for marriage? Just from this right here? He took you out to dinner. And this was cause for you to go ahead for marriage. This right here, girl, you done. Mm-hmm. She is. 504 says he rescued her from being. But seriously though, he gave a little bit, and you were just like, "Yeah, let's go get married." This is what you do. This he give you just a little bit, and he asked you based off of this dinner, and you out here you saying yes. I told y'all she does not make good decisions.
You know, you feel like a princess, you know?
I'm curious to, you said I started doing things to make myself more approachable to older men. Like things like what? What makes you more approachable to an older guy?
Just like smile more, or, you can make a little more eye contact, where normally if you don't go for a certain type, you're probably not even going to turn your head. You know what I'm saying? Right. You're not even going to look in their face. But, I was like, let me keep my options open. I always was attracted to men of color, so I typically stay in that range. But like, let me see about dating someone a little bit older. And after I did, I was like, oh, I could do this. It's not too bad.
That's very, very honest of you, and that makes a lot of sense. And I want to ask, the online aspect of it, was that also a part of the strategy, so to speak, to be able to identify men that might be a little bit older?
It wasn't at first. Okay. Actually, one of my older sisters said, why don't you just try online dating? She was like, it's not too bad.
Okay, so her older sister told her to online date. Her older sister told her to online date because Shera says do not online date. SheraSeven says do not online date. You listen to your older sister. Your older sister told you to online date. This is wild. This is crazy as hell.
And I never had online dated, like not made a any type of profile.
Right.
Because I was like, I don't want people that know me to see me on here, and it's kind of embarrassing. And, that's just was my thought process at the time. But then she was like, no, and my oldest sister, she's gorgeous. So it's not like she doesn't have in-person options. But she was like, just try it. And so I tried it, did a paid dating app because I feel like it would be a little bit more, smaller pool of better people. Exactly. And, I was able to meet, some good guys.
So how long after that first date, did you, because obviously he threw 2 months out. What happened after that first date? Did you guys continue exclusively dating?
Not really. I mean, we kind of dealt with each other, like talked, but I kind of was just talking to people. Like I kept my options open and just was letting people get to know me and taking things slow, not really rushing anything and not trying to get into a relationship at all. And I found that honestly, when I started dating older men, they wanted to rush into a relationship like immediately. On the first date, they were like, I want you to be my woman. And I'm like, no, I don't even know you. And that's kind of just how I would, we need to get to know each other over a bit of time. And it turned out to be 6 months, not 2 months.
I think that is very interesting because, and initially when you told me about the things that, your husband at the time was or
yes,
the guy
absolutely
at the time, the things that he was saying,
absolutely.
I thought, well, that's, kind of strange for him to be saying those types of things. But based on your experience, you're saying that the older men, this was regular conversation.
Yes, they wanted to take me off the market right away.
Wow.
Right away.
Okay. So at this point, 6 months goes down the line And what is the transition from you now taking him serious? What did you see? Because I know when it comes to the assessment of, deciding to be a husband, a lot of, what the noise is that, it was solely a financial decision that was made. What's the truth behind the decision? What did you see in him to actually make him your husband?
He was so good with my boys. He was so good with them.
Yeah, no, I think that what Empress says right here, I think this is a good point. Like, first of all, this interview is pretty trash. This is trash. Because this isn't as great as she thinks it is. This is not as great as she thinks it is because, and we saw it earlier if you were on Nyla's stream, the therapist clocked her lies. The therapist clocked her lies. The chat was eating her up. And, even the other guy who called in clocked her like, okay, so if these are these flags, why are you still? And again, I know that situations with abuse, everyone is different. And sometimes, there are the mental aspects of it. But at what point did you think about your children? This is why I said, I don't think she loves those children. I do not think that she loves those children. And just spiritually, this whole situation spiritually is her trying to dethrone SheraSeven so that she can step in and take her place. Make no mistake about it. She's going on these media tours now. She is trying to dethrone SheraSeven so she could take her place and step in. Okay, what are the people calling it? Destiny swapping? Okay. She is trying to do that. Okay. She is definitely trying to do that. She is definitely trying to do that. But spiritually speaking, she doesn't have the range for it. Spiritually speaking, Isis does not have the range for it. She does not have the range. She does not have, even though she's a liar, and liars fabricate things all the time. And I'm going to call her a liar. Spiritually speaking, she's a liar. She doesn't have the range. See, Isis thinks she's out here playing chess. Baby, Isis is out here making macaroni noodle art. Isis is making macaroni noodle art when she thinks she's playing chess. Sexy RN says, didn't she say she married after a few days of spending time with the boys? Uh-huh. Yep. Empress says she sold herself to the highest bidder and she's not going to admit we all know this. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, she's out here making macaroni noodle art. She actually thinks she is competing with SheraSeven. And this is sad, but what's sad is that in the spirit of all this, those children are the ones being harmed. Right. 504 says, he was good with your boys, but y'all got married after a week. When did he meet the boys if you were in a relationship and moving? Yeah, like, she would not have her children out there like this. She would not have her children out there like this. Like, and the fact that she did it if she wanted to protect her children, she could have done this. Just file the police report offline. File the police report offline. But she did this publicly. She did this for a bag. And I don't care what anyone says.
Even my oldest son responded to him in a way that he didn't respond to with my ex. And I paid attention to those little things because I would gladly leave a man if he didn't mesh well with my kids. And I had did that with the man that I was in a more serious relationship with right before we got married, because I had started, like, that was the man that we started looking at rings, and the relationship was moving forward, and I had moved in.
There was another gentleman.
Yeah.
That you met, and I believe you said that you got caught in the girlfriend stage.
Yeah.
So could you detail what that relationship? How did you meet that guy? How did things kind of get started, and what exactly was the girlfriend stage?
We met online, and he just was, very consistent. He just wanted to do anything to make my life easier. What can I do for you? What do you need? Very nice and perfect gentleman. But he was nice to my children. All of the men were nice to my children. Like, if there's probably 3 men that met my children. All of them were nice.
So you had these men meet your children? Yeah, these men meet your girl. She does not make good decisions. See, this Queen of Swords. This is somebody here who's about that life, who thinks, who calculates. The farthest that she calculated was this good dinner, and we finna get married with this bozo that she thought she could pull this over with. She does not make good decisions at all. And she keeps bringing up SheraSeven when it was your sister who told you to online date. And somebody said it earlier on Nyla's stream, right? Isis has self-proclaimed and said that she had followed Kevin Samuels. Why is nobody digging Kevin Samuels' ass up from the grave to burn his ass and then rebury him? She is only taking out or attempting to take out, trying to take out her competition, which is SheraSeven. Okay? She didn't follow SheraSeven. She didn't follow Kevin Samuels. Nobody is questioning her following Kevin Samuels. This is why I said in my reading of her, no one should be paying attention to her. No one should be taking her seriously because, baby, she was following Kevin Samuels. Which makes sense as to why she's here on this podcast. Because these are two Christian red pill bozos. They might as well be manosphere. They are undercover manosphere, and a lot of people don't see it because they hide through the guise of spirituality, and not even spirituality. They hide in the Christian realm. Okay, the amen, the Jesus, and follow God. Okay, but she herself admitted to following Kevin Samuels, and she's on this podcast with these two red pill Christians and trying to throw Shera, the evil woman, under the bus for these men and for the acceptance and the audience of these two men. Baby, I see right through this bullshit. She thinks she's doing something she is not. Okay, I don't think this is gonna go the way that she thinks. And I know she's out here trying to get exposure, right? She's trying to tell her story far and wide, including throwing SheraSeven under the bus far and wide. I don't think this is gonna go the way she wants it to. Okay. You got these men that you don't know meeting your children. Why are you bringing your children around these just people that you don't know, period? This is not the community center.
With him in particular, because we started to live together and, it was a little bit more of an intimate setting, I feel like him and my oldest son clashed a little bit because my oldest son, I kind of always let him be the little man of the house in a way. And he's very, very smart. And
this is a problem. Your sons are not your men. Stop giving them the title man of the house. Your son is not the man of the house. That is a child. That is a boy. And that's not your boyfriend. That's not your husband. The only man of the house is the person who pays for the house or the husband. Your child is neither. Like y'all didn't catch that red flag. That is a super red flag. That ain't no man of the house. He ain't paying no bills. He's not. That's not the man of the house. That's a child. That's a child. Giving him title of the man of the house is also taking away his childhood. Why are you putting that on his child? This is a lot. This is a lot. Absolutely. Mystery 333 says she has more respect for men than women, which is why I believe she didn't bring up listening to Kevin Samuels. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Now that she is going through the situation, fabricated or not, okay, she's putting the blame on Shera. Okay. She's putting the blame on Shera, but not her actions, not her accountability, because Kevin Samuels wanted women to be accountable for their bad decisions. Okay, let's Kitten Heels was out here in his finest, okay, high heel shoes, his finest man purse. Okay. Kitten Heels was out here doing the most, and click clacking around these YouTube streets in Kitten Heels. But one thing them red pill men like to say is, baby, why aren't you being accountable for your actions? Okay. But you want to throw Shera under the bus. This is nothing but this is signal. This is red pill manosphere signal. So she can cheese in these men's faces and hopefully get exposure. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Highly intelligent child, and he, is not just going to let any man come in and think that he's the boss.
How is your son gonna let any man come in and think he the boss? Your son is a child. Your son is a child. Your son is a child. Children do not run any household. That is for the adults. That is for the parents. I can't believe she's out here talking about he ain't gonna let no man. So is your here we go again. She's just not thinking. She don't think this is terrible. This is terrible. He is terrible. She's putting her son in the position of a father. Okay. When I was a teenager and living with my parents, my father, okay, any boy who was gonna be my boyfriend, you had to come meet my father. My father was the man of the house, my mom was the woman of the house. Why are you putting this child in the place of a man? Why are you transferring this energy on your son like that? This is disgusting. This is disgusting. Hey, Shanice H. Shanice says, hey, Q and everyone. She was teaching red pill femininity. Yeah, this is pretty disgusting. This is disgusting because that boy is not a man. He is not no man of the house. He's not running anything. But you know what this also tells me? This also tells me that if this is the situation, or if this is the burden that she was putting on, at least, on the son, what kind of free reign was she giving him as the man of the house? What kind of free reign was she giving her son as the man of the house? Because she said she was letting her son be the man of the house. So what kind of free reign? What was he doing as man of the house? That is a question that's not being answered. What was he doing as quote unquote man of the house? Ambi Bambi says she probably had the son babysitting and all sorts of stuff. Probably. So she's out here giving her son the energetics and title and burden of man when this should be a kid. Listen, everybody needs to go to actual true therapy, and she needs to stay off the internet. She really does. Once again, I don't think she understands that she's talking in this interview, baby. You might want to be quiet.
Right away. So there was an issue, and he said something about, can your son, stay with a relative for a little bit? And I said, oh, you mean, can we go stay somewhere? That's what you mean. And I packed my stuff right away. My sister came and got me and all my stuff. And because it took 2 cars, I had my car and she came with her car to get my stuff. and he brought my TV and so like all the bigger things he brought. I asked him to bring it back the next day, but I left and I went back to my apartment, which I had to be out of soon, and I didn't plan to need to, do anything else because I thought the relationship was moving forward. I was his girlfriend, but he was taking very good.
So you have an apartment. You're not dealing with your apartment, and this man, you was a girlfriend, but you weren't even protecting yourself and your children because he was giving you a little bit of coin. So you're a girlfriend to some man, and he's taking care of you or whatnot, but you don't recognize that you are a girlfriend and you still need to have your own stuff. This doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, this is crazy. This is crazy.
Took care of me, and he seemed like a good guy. But when he said that about my son, I said, no, it's all of us. It's all of us. So I left him. And I remember that night I was in the shower and I prayed and I said, God, I just want someone that's going to love me and my children. That's what I want.
Now, I want to make sure that.
So you with this man and he's taking care of you, but you're dealing with him. He don't love you and he don't love your children because now you in the shower asking God to send you somebody who's going to love you and your children. Listen to what she just said. She said, the boyfriend was saying, do away with your son. She left. But you're with this man because he's providing for you financially. And you got your children around this person who don't really give a damn about your kids. And now you in the shower crying. Send a man who gonna love God, send a man who gonna love my children. Because you're with someone who don't give a damn about your children now. Amen. Amen. Those of you who are channel members, put your D is for discernment in the chat. Because listen, she out here telling a bold-faced ass lie. She was never, ever, ever concerned about her children or about herself. She wanted a bag. She wanted a bag. That's all it was. She wanted a bag. She wanted a bag. Empress Kia says the safest place for the devil to hide is the church on the protection of God. She's a piece of work. Yeah. She is Delulu. She is Delulu. You with this man and he don't really give a damn about your kids? I can't. Yes. Throw that D in there for the Lulu girl. Like, I can't. Like, this doesn't make any sense. I told y'all she does not make good decisions. She does not make good decisions. Yeah, I don't even want to. I don't even want to get through the rest of this because, like, this listen. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end this here because she does not care about these children. These children are pawns in a financial game for her. I don't know what happened with her mother. I don't know what happened with her childhood. She said that everyone in her family is achievers, honey. Were they I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to end this here because this is too much. And listen, I am all for a provider man. I'm all for a man who's going to be your husband, who's going to treat you right, who will take care of you, who will protect, provide, all that good stuff. I have one. He's upstairs on the phone with his sister right now. Um, but I can say that my husband loves me. I can. Okay. My husband loves me. He's not abusive. He has never, ever, ever done, and I don't say that to throw this in anyone's face, but there we were together for a while before we even got married. There was no rush into marriage. There wasn't any of that. We had conversations about, life, and we made sure that we knew each other good and for real, knew each other's families, pros, cons. You know a person, you see them upset, you see them angry, you find out their habits, their good habits and their bad habits, right? Everything about a person, right? But she does not make good decisions. She didn't make good decisions riding on the Amtrak train with the bozo. Him asking her to have a baby, and she said, yeah. He said, have a baby by me. And she said, okay. Didn't make good decisions with the next one. You're in a relationship with someone who don't really give a damn about you or your children. And then you're not listening. The content creator that you deemed as important, aka SheraSeven, who told your ass don't do no online dating, but you listen to your sister online date, and then you meet this man who could technically be your father because you had your first child at what, 17? Your husband is 20 years older than you. He could technically be your father. Um, and you meet this man and you just deal with this man and you're not even thinking about your children. I can't. And I truly, truly hope that she gets whatever type of help that she needs. She needs to stay her ass off the internet. She needs to go underground and go do whatever she has to do for the betterment and the sake of herself and for her children. This internet shit is not it. This internet shit is not it. This is not it. She needs to get off the internet because this is some weird, weird self-deprecating porn that she has going on. And see, the thing about it is she understands how the hive minds of the internet works. Okay, she's out here running around trauma bonding with all these other people. But baby, we don't trauma bond over here. We bond over education, we bond over facts. Okay? There's no trauma bonding over here. Baby, I was SA too. I'm not gonna trauma bond with you because you better believe um there is no type of love whatsoever for the person who did that to me. Okay, ain't no forgive, ain't none of that bullshit. But I understand she's trying to run game and she's starting to run her game on this red pill Christian platform. But trust and believe, I don't think this is gonna go the way that she thinks it is. Because baby, you're out here telling the story, and the more and more you talk, the more and more it reveals how stupid you are and the bad decisions that you made. Okay. We see you. We see your scam. Okay, we see it. We see your scam. I don't think it's going the way that it needs to. The therapist with her degrees, Dr. Spirit, saw through your bullshit and your Maybelline, honey. Okay, we now clocked you. The therapist done called you a lie. I done called you a lie. Nyla done called you a lie. We all see the bullshit, but she know how to trauma bond with these bums. She know how to trauma bond with these women. And one thing she does know how to do is to use certain platforms to get her lying ass message across. I hope so too. I hope so too, because lying on someone that they did XYZ, that's not right. It's not right. And I don't take up for no woman who just out here just lying. and potentially harming people's harming people like this. Okay? All the bum bitches in the past that have lied on men saying that they raped them when they really didn't. All y'all bum bitches need to pay. Ruining people's reputation. All y'all bum bitches need to pay. Essay and grape is serious, and only the truth should be told about it. Okay? But this is a bum bitch. This is a bum bitch with makeup on. She's a degenerate and she has a degenerate mindset. Okay? Talking about your son is the man of the house. This is a degenerate bum ass bitch right here. And yes, I said it. Okay? Yes, I said it. So, y'all want to get y'all last comments in before I end this, because this is bullshit. And SheraSeven isn't for everyone, but stop lying on that woman. But she only lying on SheraSeven because she wants to be her. But yeah, I'm about to end this. Thank y'all for being here. Y'all want to get y'all last comments in before I go, because this is I can't. I call bullshit. I call bullshit. And them red pill dudes, they're not going to check her because she is definitely bringing the views to their platform. Any other time, you know. And it's funny. One thing I have to say is it's funny how these Christian dudes, they have their little Christian platform or whatever. None of them are talking about discernment. None of them speak about discernment or spiritual gifts of wisdom, of discernment. None of them do. God ain't tell y'all not to bring this heifer up there, lying like that. Like the discernment didn't tell y'all that something is wrong. But y'all just up here, amen, and all like that, trying to sell these damn Christian tarot cards, Christian love tarot cards, because that might as well be what it is. And I've clocked their platform for what they really are too. Some fake Christian ass Negroes. Okay. Yeah. So I hope we don't have to see her anymore in 2025, because this is a lying ass bitch. Yeah, they definitely showed that nobody is talking about discernment. Nobody have said like, okay, girl, so you were asking God to bring you this man? Like y'all not questioning that? Because if she asked God to bring her this man, either God said, no, I ain't bringing you no man, and she just went out and found a man anyway, or their God is cruel and brought her an alleged abuser. It's one or the other. But I think God don't know her. I don't think God know her, and I don't think God brought that man to her. She a damn lie. But yeah, no one is talking about discernment. No one is talking about discernment. We came into 2024 talking about discernment. Please, please, please use your discernment. If there are red flags, you're supposed to notice the flags and go the other way. But this ain't it. But I've clocked their little dusty platform as well. I've clocked it as well. So, Isis Morales, may your children get the true help and love and support and community that they need. May they be healed. May you be healed. May you truly understand what discernment is, and may you find a way that does not try to undermine, swap destiny with, or continue to throw SheraSeven under the bus. And may you truly find peace, honey. But please, please, I hope we don't see you no more in 2025. I hope we don't see you no more in 2025. So, on that note, y'all, I'm going to let y'all go. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about and discuss the unaliving of Brian Thompson, former CEO of United Healthcare. because I've looked at that chart on the day of his unaliving, and it's very interesting. So we're definitely going to talk about this chart tomorrow, because what happened to him, I feel for his family, because he did have, children and things like that. They should not be without their family member during, quote unquote, the United States holidays. But we're going to have a discussion, because I don't think people understand how big this was. This was more than just a quote unquote shooting. This was more than that. And again, I don't think people understand what this was. Like I said, I've looked at that chart. It's when you get into it, it's very interesting. It's very, very interesting. So we'll see, I can only imagine what 2025 is going to bring us. But yeah, so we'll talk about that chart. We'll get into that chart tomorrow. Because yeah, I think a discussion needs to be had about it. And yeah, it's deep. Yeah, we leaving this raggedy hoe in 2025. Say amen, Sleepy B. Hey, Amby Bambi. Yeah. This chart is, yeah. I'm trying to find, quote unquote, Luigi's actual birth time, because it is said that the alleged shooter, it is said that he had a bunch of fake IDs. So we don't know what his real birthday is. Luigi Magione. I don't speak Italian, so I am sorry to butcher his name. I'm trying to find the correct birth time and date for him. But that man had so many IDs, allegedly, that we don't know who is who. But we definitely gonna look at the chart of the shooting of Brian Thompson. So that being said, I love y'all. I'm gonna get out of here. Make sure to continue to use discernment and just be safe and be smart out here. Don't be like ISIS Morales.